as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh shit. Okay, like what the fuck is he doing?
Helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
I'm not blitzing, your line snapping.
And that'll fall incomplete. Back-to-back incompletions there as it started at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Goff.
What's the other one? Great that we want to make though.
And he is
Great
going to
that
have
we
the
want to
Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Goff. He's got it. They bring him down. Job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that is going to wind up incomplete.
my dude walking spout this shit on me. On this man like pound.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 47 yards. And the Lions have regained the lead. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, it'll be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at
I fucking back to them.
I want the ball in the
What
hands
does BAK? I get you add the whole to my face.
we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From just shy of
Can't
midfield,
like
here's 2nd down and 7.
bitch read your Bible.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get
You're
it
not
out to the
funny.
Lions' 32-yard
I
line.
fucking
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now it's Stafford. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
That's what it is.
Brought in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a play fake it at Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to
It was fast leader, which is fast leader.
to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble. Pass is going to be inside the 5. Detroit. Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
First you knew you come out busy about he pass he did catch us fast and he knew he was shot.
Perspective, what you do on a 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really
When I was doing that nigga that I was like, I didn't nigga.
versus pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people
So what you doing for me? They go to the
they make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
This is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up.
It's me with you, baby. It's not just you, John. Get listening. I like the people with bitch and throw the shit back. Cause we put a face on the put. He can smell it. And the kid in the Jimmy died and they made through. And we were trying to hip hop. I like it. And I ain't no
Do
good.
anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running
Let's
back
get
out
off.
on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit. Maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing.
He's airing it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
No, it's a TV show about the
When you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys on the other end of the floor. With 4 interceptions here in the first half and several different guys who picked him off. Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, we look at the defense. They came in prepared.
He just made me see Bob. I said she said to me, I like big booty bitch and throw the shit back on her with the face on the pillow.
Stafford now to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
On my shoulders.
35, gain of 7.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. Picked off by Kirby Joseph, and the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. They matched their opponent's pick 6 from earlier. Those are some
They got crazy. He beat that bitch and shit. I don't know. Hopefully, he trying to problem.
But we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football. And my goodness, another interception. Breaks through the contact. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for two. They'll look to roll forward with Williams. And he will not get there as the try for two is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he returns this to the 22. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. After the pick six, they go right back to the air.
All this did wrong. Biggie Green. Game for the draw.
He's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Here's Goff. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Goff throwing again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Play action. It's gone.
Making play for this game for the. It's not blitz.
Wait, that at?
I'm from that one.
Where you from, Maria?
I'm from New Orleans, y'all. New Orleans, Louisiana. Y'all knew. The West Bank. I'm from that one.
They said we knew it. They said we knew it. We knew it. Accent. Who is that?
Definitely. I feel like my accent is a little strong.
You know how to cook?
Yeah, I can cook real good.
Like soul food?
I be mixing up in the kitchen. Yeah, one thing about me, my mom don't play that. You gotta know how to cook, you gotta know how to clean, and you gotta know how to wash it behind.
Mm.
Yeah.
So like, went to college?
I dropped out of college.
Me too. Literally. I went to Strayer University. I literally.
Oh, yeah. You're right. You went Harvard.
It was just Father's Day.
You went Harvard. What family?
It was just Father's
You
Day.
got kids?
Nah.
Oh, that's not bad.
You know your dad?
You know your dad.
I don't. Do you know your dad?
Why your dad left?
Do you know your dad?
Why your dad leave? Yes, I know my dad.
See,
Why
we
your
can't
dad
go to
leave?
prom. We can't go to prom.
Why?
I need a new date. Chat, find me a new date. We can't go to prom no more.
Because I got a daddy?
Yes.
Okay, I know my dad, but he ain't in my life.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. Yeah.
You thought I was gonna dap you up.
You should have.
You thought I was gonna dap
You
you
should have
up.
that though. You should have that.
I'm cool off.
You're a hater. He's a hater. He's a hater.
She thought I was gonna dap me.
He's such a hater.
Never dap me.
You could have damn me.
Damn, they dropping mad stuff.
Bigger than the program.
I created the whole program.
You did though.
Man, I'm supposed to be at the prom turned up hosting, but I can't mess around with you. Mike, how the hell am I supposed to know that you could test drive the car for a whole night? They should have had a big ass sign to say don't test drive. Ain't nobody told me to. A damn sign. Everybody knows you're supposed to hit the block and come right back. But don't do that.
Reporting live, we're going back to an hour.
Go, go, go. I'm going lit.
How the hell he on the way?
You're not shit.
Turn me up. Be like, wow. Get your one, get your one. Now, what's home? I see you. I love it. Popeye's chicken. Don't I love that? Okay, I heard it turn up.
Yeah. Did I tell you about my trap girl? Walking the mall, she be getting stacks, girl. Trap girl. Help me get off, huh? I'm helping. In the kitchen, water whipping, putting my wrist to work. Yeah, she water whipping in the kitchen, whipping up her dad. In the denim teals, huh? You know why she in denim teals? I eat that pussy until she cried. Denim teals.
I wanna like, I don't like bougie hoes either. I ain't got goddamn Blue Chris money. So like, you want like a? In between, like you gotta be ready.
Like and subscribe for YouTube.
Fries. This is good. Try it. This is good. Jollof rice. Huh? What? Talking about just my food? Oh, you must be crazy. Jollof rice. This is good. Try it. This is good. Jollof rice. Huh? What? Talking about just my food? Oh, you must be crazy.
Shut your pasty chicken butt.
He told me that his name was Melvin. Melvin. I told him that my name was Maddie. Maddie. He looked at me and told me, bro, ooh, I really like the album. I am you.
I'm about to go. Seriously,
I be outside with my gang. I'm from the deuce, do the pole. The bitch that ate the nine, I'm from the deuce, do the pole. The bitch that ate the nine, I'm from the deuce, do the pole. The bitch that ate. I be outside with my gang. I'm from the deuce, do the pole. The bitch that ate the nine, I'm from the deuce, do the pole. The bitch that ate.
Cal, you ready? Cal, you ready?
I'm so hungry right now. Seriously, if you play this.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and putting the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had last time out.
And everyone goes through this because
I'll be outside on the goose, the bub.
games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions results. And frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of
I'll be
plays you
outside
call,
on
but
the
how you
goose.
carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Going up top for Cup. That will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Bro, stop telling me what he said. I don't care.
Left. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
Bro, Elijah, you asshole for like what?
9 carries.
I bet.
Here's Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to come quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And now here's another interception. It's Brian Branch with it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And unfortunately, unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
To throw is Goff. Out to his left. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
On the move to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. A final shot before break here. Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know that.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now Stafford. Well, this is caught by Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the...
And my goodness, another interception. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
That is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Here's Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or giving up a defensive touchdown.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Here's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Going up top for Kupp. Oh, and that is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions add 6 to their lead. Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They got his man, complete. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Big play there for L.A. 69 yards.
Big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Matthew Stafford taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now Goff. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
They'll set up to throw. Rolling to his left. And now here is another interception.
Now he's free at the 35.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And my goodness, another interception.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would... He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards there, a big one. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Flushed out right.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now it's Goff.
Well, this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Goff steps away. And he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second.
And now here's another interception. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Stafford here, coming off his pick six. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it was an interception. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. On the counter, here's Williams. Back of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Stafford. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they
Bro, leave me alone, bro. Leave me alone, bro.
quarter of play. Back now in Los Angeles.
You're cocky. Like, what?
But they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Find the open man. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Williams again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Corum is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4-5 between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled.
this is where coaching.
Yeah. That's not throwing up. That's throwing a bomb. That you're not throwing it up. You gotta press it. You hone it. You hone it. You gotta press it, LeBron. You gotta press it. You just hone it.
69 yards. And the Lions use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Goff looking to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat.
YOLO
You
walk.
establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst.
I ain't got no school bus. Block on my lap. Up the blow. I go true, but you just hate me. I don't get too. You just like chocolate. You ain't finna do, man. Don't do like chocolate. So I got some zippers for you. I got people zippers for you. What do you mean? Get it for you. Don't lie. What you know, what you can't know. Wanna get it on. Bitch, I'm hop on bubble gum. Cole say he ready. I'm ready to block got a red, then like a dog do. She don't play with night team, she might just dog you. Whenever you like ice cream, I ain't 40 you. Maybe touch you like me. I'm high as a kite be.
53 yards. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again.
You like not do. Trouble top that down.
Right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
Get him on, get him on, get him on.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards?
Let's go.
Variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Going up the gut, Montgomery. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brock Wright, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions will add to their fourth quarter lead. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now it's Stafford. He's airing it out for Williams. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Akello Withers. Witherspoon. And the Rams are right back in this football game.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Now Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, LA! Cooper Kupp with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will get into the end zone. So how about that for putting it on the line? They've taken the lead by a point here in the fourth quarter. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And now here's another interception. And the Rams are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Stafford. That one taken in by Whittington. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Stafford now to throw. He's got Cooper Kupp on the slant. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
So does that have to get you caught? So does that get you caught?
Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams have taken a fourth-quarter lead. What a game it's been
get
for him
to
as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Cameron Curl.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
And they'll run again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown. Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's first and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
Looking for right, and he finds him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's first and 10.
Gone.
That one let go deep for Laporta.
And this one is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's still on his feet. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now Stafford. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Throwing here, Stafford. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too.